So, a young fan of YSL by the name of Quartavious Mender threatened the sheriff of Fulton County Jail over YSL being locked up. Let's dive into it. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video. Now, a Georgia teen was charged with 23 counts of making terroristic threats after allegedly threatening to kill the Fulton County Sheriff for rapper Young Thug's arrest, as well as several arrests for members of the YSL organization. Quartavious Mender, 18, was arrested on May 26 after allegedly making death threats on the Instagram posts of Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labott, according to Fox 5. The threats were made after Atlanta rapper Young Thug, Gunna, as well as 26 associates were arrested and charged with racketeering. So this kid decides that he, in his mind, is YSL. In his mind, he's YSL. Y'all all know that dude that's like 4K Trey in the Instagram bio. Y'all know the dude that's 4PF. You know the dude that's Old Block, Front Street, Lamron. You all the way in California talking about Lamron. Like, what are you talking about? But you know, these dudes exist. But for the first time, we're seeing one of them crash out. Now, unfortunately, this is an 18-year-old kid, right? Life hasn't even started for him yet, and he's already gotten in trouble with the law. He allegedly threatened the police, and the police take threats against them more seriously than they take threats against the public. Y'all know how this works. Mass shooters threaten every breathing thing in a 5-mile radius, and they never get locked up. But this kid threatened the police, so he got promptly locked the fuck up. So let's dive into what he said. Allegedly, he said, "Free Thug or I'm gonna shoot you and your wife," Mender wrote, according to arrest warrants reviewed by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He allegedly wrote on the sheriff's Instagram page a second time hours later saying, "I'ma assassinate you." Now, I mean, Quartavious Mender fucked up here. You know, you don't tell the police that you're going to assassinate them and their wife. Sorry. They're the police. Like, they can, it's in their hands to decide whether to take your threat seriously or to write it off. And they took it seriously. Now you're in jail. What is it with y'all dudes who really sit there and believe that you're a member of YSL, 4K Trey, I almost said OTF. OTF, O Block, FBG, all these acronyms. Why do y'all think y'all are members of these gangs? You're most certainly not. Nor should you be trying to be. YSL is currently under RICO investigation. Anybody with a quarter of a 1/9 of a brain cell would not even breathe YSL, wouldn't speak YSL, wouldn't whisper YSL in the direction of any Atlanta police officer. I don't care if it's a security guard standing outside the mall. YSL, it shouldn't come out of your mouth near anybody with a badge, anybody that even looks like a cop. You shouldn't even be saying YSL. It shouldn't come out of your mouth. And this kid goes to the sheriff's Instagram, allegedly, and tells him, "I'ma assassinate you." Y'all make it too easy every day for these cops. And it's dudes in my comment section telling me, "Bro, stop doing the work of the police." Nigga, how many times do these dudes get to self-snitch and nobody says anything? Like, what do y'all expect the world to do? Just sit there and act like you didn't just say that? And you said it to the police. You didn't threaten any random person. The police take threats against themselves more seriously than they take threats against the general public. Wake up. Use your head. And for one, you're not a member of YSL. You're an 18-year-old kid who's lucky enough to be free. Young Thug is sitting in a cell in solitary confinement with the lights on 24/7. He can't even sleep properly. They got the lights on him like he's gonna kill himself at any moment. There's probably no blades in there, no rope in there, nothing but him and a toilet. And they still got the lights on him. They probably have a small camera in there that he can't even see. They're treating this man like an animal. The dude is suffering in there on a psychological level. And here you come, you want to join him. You want to join him. So now you've gotten what you wanted. You've thrown rocks at the penitentiary, telling them to let you in, and now you're in. Now you're in there with YSL and YFN as well. YFN is in Fulton County Jail. They got hit with RICO too. And some YSL members are currently in Fulton County Jail. So apparently the kid got what he wanted. But let's bring it all back home though. This kid's family claims that he doesn't even know Young Thug and Young Thug doesn't know him. Let's dive into it.
Quartavius Mender's mother, Malika Kalenga, and his sister, Denicia Kelly, tell me Quartavius is being treated for a mental illness and has nothing to do with any gangs. And Quartavius tells me from jail that even though his cousin was one of the alleged gang members arrested, he has nothing to do with any of that.
So why do they say that you have an Instagram account and you were posting threats against the sheriff and his wife?
I really don't know, but it wasn't me. I'm not a part of no gang. I'm not a part of YSL. I'm not a part of nothing.
Young Thug don't know him.
And he don't know Young Thug.
He don't know nobody. They can't trace a phone call or a message or nothing with anybody affiliated with YSL.
My son is really a person that really needs help.
But they say they believe Mender did post 3 threats against the sheriff, not 23, never intending, they say, to follow through.
It's established by his family that this kid has no connection to Young Thug in any way, shape, or form. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's yet to be officially known or seen as to whether this kid has an actual connection to Thug or YSL, or if his family is just lying. But here's the thing about the cops: they're gonna go see. They're gonna go find out. They're gonna go investigate. They have the entire country, even the world, watching them right now. Atlanta. They'll get the entire world, all of the hip-hop industry, watching how they handle the Young Thug case. And they want everyone to know that if y'all even conceive of fucking with us, we'll lock you up. You want to ride for YSL? Okay, come on ahead and ride for YSL in jail with them. That's what's happening here. These people are not playing around. They're not playing. The Thug and Gunna, but these dudes are facing like 40 years, bruh. And you're 18. You're 18. You're pulling up on being 19, basically pulling up on being 20. It's the beginning of your life. You're about to start life. Why ruin that? Why ruin that by riding for a dude who does not even know who you are? Furthermore, riding for a dude who has unfortunately logged out of life. Young Thug is just about done. Y'all can get mad at me if you want, but Young Thug, as of right now, with the amount of evidence against him, dudes from YSL snitching on him, according to the prosecutor, Young Thug 9 times out of 10 is done. For an 18-year-old to even conceive of throwing his life away for a rapper, it begs the question, have we gone too far as a community with rapper worship? Have we really? Why are our kids willing to fight and die with the police over rappers? Rappers. I've never seen a black person threaten the life of a cop who killed a black man to this degree. I've never seen this level of anger. I'm gonna assassinate you and your wife. I've never seen that with the cops. But when it comes to them locking up some rappers, now all of a sudden, folk have the warrior brain, the warrior mentality is unlocked and unleashed. Now you want to kill over rappers. That is how far off the youth in the community are. Where they're the peak of what it is to be a black man in America in these kids' minds is to be an entertainer. It's to be an entertainer or an athlete. And it's gotten to the point where the worship has gotten so far out of hand that an 18-year-old is now throwing his life away. All of the charges they have hit this kid with are felony level charges. And because it's internet related, 9 times out of 10, the kid's going to go to prison. He's going to be convicted. There's an internet trail. It's not just some kid yelling from across the street, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you." The kid typed on the internet. And now the police have him in their custody and they can do with him as they please. This is one of the worst outcomes you could ever possibly have at 18, is being in prison. You don't want to be in jail awaiting trial to go to prison at 18 years old. You haven't even started life yet. You haven't met the woman of your dreams. You haven't had children. You haven't had a family. You haven't sent them to school. You haven't read books to them. You haven't done anything of real worth in life yet. You haven't bought a house. You haven't bought a car. You've done absolutely nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And yet you in your head, somehow you've conceived that the right thing to do at 18 is crash out. Because that's what he's effectively done. I'm not going to say he's about to crash. He has crashed. He's crashed out at 18 years old over Young Thug, a multimillionaire rapper whose own actions has led to this point. Where are we as a culture right now? to where 18-year-olds are willing to throw it all away behind a rapper they don't even know? Somebody help me understand.